What's up, everyone? It's Wild Pro, and I'm back with another deck profile. This time, we are showing off Magnet Warriors, which, as a reminder, is for Dueltainer format, which is a custom format. If you want to know more about it, I'll leave a link down in the description. And with all that being said, let's just get started. Start off with monsters. Got the OGs, one of each: Gamma, the Magnet Warrior; Beta, the Magnet Warrior; Alpha, the Magnet Warrior; and of course, Valkyrion, the Magnet Warrior. And next up, got Gamma, the Electric Man Warrior; Alpha, the Electric Man Wolf Warrior; Beta, the Electromagnet Warrior; and Berserkion, the Electromagnet Warrior. Then we have Epsilon, the Magnet Warrior; Delta, Magnet Warrior Sigma Plus; Magnet Warrior Sigma Minus; Magnet Warrior Mega Plus; Conduction Warrior Linear Magnum Plus Minus. That's a real name. We have Doki Doki, also the channeler; Block Dragon, Beta Rock Dragon, Locked here, the Shadow of the Generator bosses; Garda, Generator boss of Delusion, and Humongous. That's it for the monsters. And to the spells, I got Magnetic Field, Magnet Bonding, Magnet Induction, DDR, Different Dimension Reincarnation, Emancipator Science, Magnet Reverse, MSC, Ultimate Slayer, Polymerization, Upstart, Power Greed, and Power Avarice. For the spell, uh, Magnet Conversion, Magnet Force, Heavy Storm Duster, Stormy Mirror Force, Lost Wind, Dark Bribe, and Drive Avarice. For the traps and the main deck, we went to the H deck. Got Imperium, Magnum, the Superconductive Battle Bot, which by the way is the 4K Omni, so it's kind of really main goal we want to trying to get into. And got Conduction Warrior Plasma Magnum, Flux Orchid Felt, Mud Dragon, and of the Swamp, Garura, Elder Entity Entias, Blazing Bombardment, and Golden Clubs. Which from Gura to Clubbies East, those are the main target you want to be sending off of Ultimate Slayer. And then, of course, like always, do wait. Best thing is to show you what that can do. I make sure I show this good. Yeah, of course, is always say is customary to half cut and then top five. So we'll do that right now in just a sec after I give this a good shuffle. Don't want to like end up with a really bad hand because how like big workshop playing with basically I don't know what the word is. I guess I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like sorry. Yeah, I'll just gotta make sure you show this really good. Try to get the best hand possible. Alright. Should be enough, hopefully. I don't know. Half cut and top five. Two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then think it'll probably be best to go first just to try to get some setup, especially because of the electric man warriors. Now starting here is Power Greed, Emancipator Science, Ultimate Slayer. Wait, okay, there you go. Beta and the Magnet Body. So what you're gonna want to do is start off with Beta to search for Lord Magnet, which will be, where is it? Not Gamma. Alpha. Where's Alpha? There's Alpha. And because we went through the deck, got to the shuffle. The main goal of the deck is, like I said, try and want to go and go Imperion here. So, like, you want to try fish off Valkyrion and Berserkion as fast as possible to then you to use magnet bombing to use them to fear someone. That's shuffling them back to the deck. There should be enough shuffling. So, we of course have it. And then we use our greed to draw two. Just Gamma. That's unfortunate. DDR. Okay, not bad. But the reason why I say it's unfortunate you end up with Gamma is because during your opponent's turn, you will want to use Beta's effect to summon out Gamma, which on summon does you summon a low for a lower like Magna Warrior, which you would summon Alpha to search out Berserkion. That's what you would usually want to do. But unfortunately, that was not the case. But you can still try and make away of it. You do have Ultimate Slayer for some removal, DDR to keep something of yours gets banished. You can summon it back with this. But I mean, still, what you can do is during opponent's turn with this, since you can't go into Gamma, you can still use Beta's effect to trigger yourself to summon a low for Lord Magnet from deck, which would be not Delta. I would say Sigma minus. That's what you want to try to bring in your hand. And then also Sigma plus you could like try to keep it in your hand. But you can also just put it on field too. It doesn't really matter. As long as you have ways to get into grave. Mega plus is honestly I don't really get into it much, so it's like kind of just in here as mag. But anyways, continue on. You supposed to go into you go into Epsilon, you use this effect to Foolish, and then bring something back that has a different name, what Foolish. Doesn't exactly matter. There, we'll just go ahead and just summon. I don't know. I mean, not summon. We'll just send this Alpha, which then you can, which of course gets Foolish, and then Epsilon also lets you summon something else with a different name. So you bring back Theta. You can't attribute a big phase on summon, so you grab Sigma a minus, and then that's really it. What you can do for like in terms of like what you can do on your opponent's turn. So of course, you gotta shuffle this back up. Yeah, and then honestly, they got pretty weak defenses. They will most likely get taken out, but I mean, on the off chance they survive, just even being there, and then draw. So we both guys here and Gamma, not really the best, but I mean, is what it is. And then of course, said you're some in Gamma, then Alpha. Alpha searches. Gamma was summoned to Alpha. Uh, and of course you got the Berserkion and then Shuffle. And then from here is really just how you want to play the deck out. It's just all about trying to survive long enough to get into Imperion. That really is what the deck is. And as for the generator, if you get it on field, that's great because you're more than likely going to have rocks on field to trip you off to do regards quick effect. But yeah, really is it. Just survive. Just try to survive long enough to get into Imperion. But yeah. all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.